All right, put down.
All right, we're ready to rock and roll.
Let's get this bread, boys.
Ready, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, we're here at Brickfair 2019, and today we're going to be doing the RebelLUG booth tour for everything that was displayed at the RebelLUG area with our friends and all of us that are here today. So starting off, we're going to start with...
Hey guys, it's me, Dave.
...by Julian Mackinson. Julian, do you have anything cool to say about it? What is it?
I built...
Microphone
to who's talking?
Yo, you guys are a bunch of amateurs. Well, I built a lot of it while I was here, at least like some of the finer details, but coming here I knew I wanted to make like a beachside cove cliff thing, and so I did that, and while I was here I ended up making the boat, this house here, a lot of the little details that really brought it to life. It's loosely based, like some of the rock work is loosely based on like parts of the Caribbean and like stuff I've seen like on vacation. So
that's super cool, Julian.
Thank you, buddy.
Is there any what's your favorite part of this build that you created?
Well, I like this shipwreck a lot. I like this whole little area that I've got going here. And I got this guy with his brick Daniels. The cave is cool. There's just a lot of nice little features that I'm really happy with how it turned out. So
absolutely. Well, moving on, we have another mock. As you can see, this was built by Grant Davis. He built this really cool, like, I don't know, gravity doesn't really work, but he did this stupid thing where he put a lot of minifigure parts. Like, I don't know why there is terrain that looks really bad overall.
But anyway, as Elijah was saying, this is a phenomenal mock built by yours truly, Micah Biederman. And one of the details I really like about this is the buildings and how fragile they are. For example, I can just do a little boom, it breaks. Look at that. And that's because there's so many illegal connections used. You'll notice 7 clip connections here, all of them illegal. Nothing's really fully clipped in at all, and that's something I'm really proud of.
Yeah. I think another thing that is totally underrated in this mock is the terrain that I think Olav would be jealous of, realistically.
Yeah, the integration of the 2 different colors, and then the even like deeper architectural details underneath really shows the depth of the build.
Absolutely. Coming up, we have
another build by Micah Biederman. It's titled Trash.
Something that Micah Biederman did not contribute to whatsoever.
That is correct. But I was the only person who registered a quality mock card for such a quality build as this.
Absolutely. Moving on, we have a build by Simon Liu.
You want to talk about your build, Simon?
So this is the Sewer Babies. When the movie came out, we're like, what the heck? So let's build it. We bought way too many babies, left over from previous babies. We bought way too many sewers. And this is what we imagine the possible future horrors that could be if we don't go green and take care of our environment.
Yeah.
I think this build really relates to me on a personal level. Reminds me a lot of my childhood, so I was definitely impressed by it.
Moving on, we have a ship. This is built by Spencer Hubert. It won a Brickie for Best Micro Space. There's lots of videos on his channel, Lego Spencer 11, to go look at how he built it and all the different fine details. I think some of the coolest parts is the different angles that he was able to accomplish to make really cool connections, especially with these side things that stick out, and of course those connected things to the engines. Yeah. Overall, it was a really great ship with some super cool micro spaceships built by Simon Liu, who has an obsession with babies and sewers. Moving on, we have a series of really cool mocks made by Andrew, CRCT Productions. Currently he's not here. I don't really know what else to say about them. Micah, do you have any thoughts?
They're all based on Star Wars, which is of course very fitting for RebelLUG. A variety of builds as well. He's got some spaceships, he's got some landscaping, he's got some interiors, which is nice. Overall, quality content, yes.
Absolutely. I know instructions are available for the Eben Hawk or whatever the brown and gray one from the Old Republic game. Moving on, we have some builds by H2 Brick. On the right, you can see we have something from the Grid Wars RebelLUG contest that we put together back in November-ish. So we made a cool Jedi Interceptor for that. And of course, the Tron color scheme.
Yeah, and then over here we have another clone base. You can see it features lots of custom clone troopers, probably about $300 worth. And then this super nicely done gunship here. Lots of really crazy angles going on, filling in the gaps in the front and the gaps back here as well. Some nice use of angled tiles over here. So I think he did a really good job designing that one.
Yeah, just in.
Oh, Elijah's saying actually he didn't design that, someone else did. So I guess he just built the, you know, pretty bland gray base, but you know, good job. Moving on.
Okay, something
yeah.
nice about the MOC to cut. The MOC is really cool. I really like the floor and how it's got that indent in dark gray. That's a super cool detail that he added, along with all this super cool stuff he did with cheese slopes and tiles all over the place. Stop doing that. And there's also a full interior on the back side of it. Continuing on to our replicas and firearms section of the RebelLUG booth, we have some more MOCs by the one and only Simon Liu, made out of the infamous teal color, something that is deemed very rare within the community.
Yeah. Something I'd like to note about these builds is actually really sturdy. You know, you can easily pick up the gun, handle it, you know, move it around. You can anyway. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, they're really sturdy, really well done. And he was able to build them using only 4 teal pieces. These 1x2 tiles, 1x2 plates, and then the 1x2 curved pieces here.
I think something to note when looking at these MOCs is Simon Liu's love for the game Fortnite. As you can see, he made the Fortnite scar. I think he really loves playing that game a lot.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Moving on, we have
some builds by Caleb Wagner. So yeah, in our gun, some logos here, some little knife things, I guess.
Commonly referred to as.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but anyway.
I don't know about Rainbow Six.
Yeah, I literally know nothing about this game, but I think the different angles you got here in the logo and the sense of depth is pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Not like your typical Mosaic necessarily.
Yeah, because Mosaic builders are really boring.
For the most part, yeah. Anyway.
Continuing on, we have a nice P90 from Simon Liu. This has been at a couple cons. So that's really cool. Another great Fortnite build by Simon Liu.
Absolutely. And then here we have Darth Vader's helmet built by Spencer. It's got a ton of great shaping here. The different angles coming down in the front of the face is phenomenal. I think it's inspired by something Nick Brick built, and I believe you can wear it on your head.
Continuing on, we have some builds by Bryce Dempsey.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
It's your boy Bryce.
Bryce, do you have anything cool to say about these fantabulous MOCs that you have?
Sure. So what I do is I like to make a lot of firearms that are somewhat accurate, but also have a couple of functions. For example, we have the Rat King over here from Destiny 2. Not only is the trigger spring-loaded on this, the magazine pops out, as well as the slide with a rubber band. So I try to make pretty much every function accurate to the game that you can do, and also while keeping that same accuracy to the game. But we also got cool bricks that we had printed for a collaboration for a Rainbow Six Siege, in part with the other ones on the other side. And for a little bit of self-promotion, because I'm shameless over here, we got a lighting brick with my name on it.
Continuing on, we have a Power Rangers build, also by Simon Liu. Lots of different cool little mechs down there. Specifically the one on the far right in the middle row. Lime green, really looking fire. Next up, we have the Overwatch.
Wait, I thought that was Fortnite.
Fortnite MOC. Voit.
Once again by Simon Liu.
Not
really sure how you pronounce it.
Volstica Industries. Simon, is it Volstica? Volstica? Volskaya. Volskaya Industry. Well, Scott.
Anyway, so as you can see, we have this build here. There's a lot actually interesting details within the buildings. Yeah, you can see the nice angle here, the little slots there for the windows. Some nice kind of greebling texture over here as well.
I think something that's probably overlooked in this build is the really cool hovering truck. I think the dark orange and blue look really cool together, and of course it hovers, so that's super cool.
Yeah, and it's also very sturdily built. Doesn't oh shoot. Anyway, moving on. Here we have even more builds by Simon. These are inspired by Warhammer. Just some little mechs there. Dreadnoughts, I guess. Never played the game myself.
Yeah, the whole display actually this year is basically just Simon. There's not a lot else to say. We have this really cool build made by Andrew in our Simon draft, which is where you take a bunch of parts from a set and you build something cool with it. And that's what Andrew built, and it turned out looking really great.
And then we have an Armaris ship here, built by Simon, and more trucks built by Simon.
And a baby factory built by Simon.
No, Simon, that was by Carter, right? Yeah.
It's a Carter original.
Carter Baldwin, soon to be LEGO designer, not part of RebelLUG yet, but
soon to be RebelLUG.
Yeah, we're not allowed to say that yet, but maybe, you never know.
Continuing on.
I believe this was a collaborative build between Simon, Caleb, and Bryce. Honestly, not entirely sure what it is, but I'm sure it's great.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. Really shows a lot of diversity within the classic space figures.
And then we have Bryce Dempsey's Exoforce inspired Grand Titan reimagined. This is something cool to see from Bryce because it's not just a replica of a firearm. It's actually something really original and cool, which is a rarity from him. So overall, I really like everything in it, except for the guy. He kind of has like a weird cabbage piece of lettuce looking on thing on his head. I don't know why he's got that there, but it's pretty cool overall, I suppose. Moving on, we have a mock by the Brick Dude, who was unfortunately unable to attend Brickfair this year. You should totally go buy stuff from the eBay store and the Bricklink. Micah, do you have any thoughts on this?
How is this his mom?
Because I transported it for him.
Yeah. Yeah, Elijah has done some work for the Brick Dude in the past. But anyway, one of the things you'll note about this build is there are no windows in the building. That's because the people have evolved so that they don't need to use their eyes anymore after they went colorblind. Anything else to say on that note, Elijah?
No.
Alright, moving on. We got some quality builds here by Jett. First of all, we got this How to Train Your Dragon inspired build. I think it's really well done for the scale that it's built at. The use of the minifig arms and hands on the head is really nice.
Then we got a small Lord of the Rings vignette looking thing. Some cool rock work as well as a little watchtower there. And then there's an Enfys Nest swoop bike.
Which looks a lot like a Lego set. But it's not. It's actually original design, and I'm sure it's much better than the set.
Absolutely. And then finally coming to the end of the booth tour is Jett Brick's larger mock, which is based on the new and upcoming game Jedi Fallen Order. As you can see, there's a whole lot of cool details, and there's been a lot of variations of this mock online recently, but Jett's is probably the coolest, so that's epic.
And the best part about it is yet another Kashyyyk base, because who the heck doesn't want more Kashyyyk builds, especially after David Hall's famous one.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, libtards.
All right, that probably didn't go very well, but whatever.
That was so bad.
Literally the worst. Oops, he's trying to get. I feel pretty good, not gonna lie. I always like jumping other people's builds, especially. You can look in their eyes, you can see the panic, it's pretty fun. kind of idiot built this set upside down. Let me flip it over so it's correct. Much better. That's the one we're supposed to do. His hands are full.
Doesn't matter. See how he reacts.
Great.